Howdy folks, Wild Thing here. We're back with more Kerbal Space Program, continuing our mission to Minmus that we left off on, though we'll do that in a little while. We also have some satellite work to do, and probably going to be adding a science section to the space station. So let's get started, shall we? Alright, so, a couple of things. Numero uno, we totally messed up. Because landing can doesn't offer remote control guidance. We did not know that. Built this thing. So we're going to fix that. Is final. This one we're going to archive because this one is not good. However, take a look at what we're actually out here for. Not this lander right now because we've dealt with the lander. But I have a satellite. What I call it. Read that. Scans that. That's what we're looking at. What were we scanning with it? Pray tell. I don't know. Find out in a second here. We are going to scan for 4. That's what we're scanning for. 4. This guy does biomes and terrain. Don't need mech jab anymore because it's built in. You need this though. 3x2s. Out for 1x6s. By 6. Big old battery packs up there. The action wheel there. Probably do not need them. Okay. Type of communications. 8 gig direct. Really need an 8 gig direct. Really need an 8 gig direct. Since it's not really sending science back, couldn't do matter. Take a look at this route here. And a helper. Target. and it is not combinable. Commutron M1 most powerful. Have a D on there anymore. Oh, might be confused. Back in here. That one. All right. Now what? There it is. Commutron 6. Signal strength and distance. Mun and min must. No problem. Okay. Well, then that's all we need to do. Works. Better. A little heavy. Power do we have on here? 6 days worth of power. Keep it in perspective. 6 days worth of power for something that already has solar panels on it. Probably doesn't need like that. Pause this thing. Pause on us. .5 seconds of a charge. 5. 1.5. 5. 1.5 per second plus 6 per minute. Oh, this is going to give us 1.6 per second. That's okay. That's 1. Oh, so we're good. We're golden. So, tag this thing. Is satellite the final satellite? Not a prototype, and it's not the final build. That's fine. And 1 could do it, but it doesn't just have to be command 1 here. We have advanced orbit T, or not to be, that is. Was not mistaken. Even the craft. This one had repair stuff on it. No, no, it did not. I'll start with a new one. Start with a new one. Because we can. Oh, that's pretty cool. Spaceport, seriously, 3 external docking nodes. Don't forget to install docking ports, huge hangar, CC, observation dome, and 10 Kerbal cabins. The only problem is it's heavy and you can't launch it into orbit. It's gonna be an unmanned mission. It's guidance system, huh? Well, what we really need is we could use that radial though. Works. Put a hangar in that, shall we? Edit the contents. Vessel. Scan sat 1. That in. Okay. This is and that one. Final. Satellite. Final. Oh, right. That. Structurally. That's gonna be up top, so I don't need to do anything there. No. That properly. Ellis. Scale up to there we go. That. Perfect. Right, engines. Better than the Wolfhound. What's going on, Watermelon? How you doing? Welcome to the stream. While I prepare my new satellite rocket to get off into space here. Oh, that was the wrong part for that. Right. Station. Probably actually perfectly fine. 285 10. Let's see. Hello, user who joined my channel.
Hello.
Howdy. What's up, brother?
Not much. What's going on?
Oh, you know, chillin'. I want the rocket to land itself. I'm doing pretty good. Just uploaded a KSV vid to YouTube and my Falcon 9 mission. Oh, that's pretty cool. I want the rocket to land itself, huh? What do you mean by that? Meaning like mech jab landing it, or like landing after taking off, kind of like SpaceX? That is sick. And again, there's like 3,000 meters of change in there.
Sipping on a Red Bull, 9 p.m., huh?
Yeah, it's almost done.
What time did we wrap up last night?
Oh.
Or this, should I say, this morning?
It was a late one.
Was it 5 that I see? Was I not supposed to say that out loud?
I don't want to talk about it.
Because I left your stream open and I saw the chat log.
Manual SpaceX suicide burn at the KSC. Yeah, mech jab landing I have kind of given up on. I've done all of my landings so far have all been done manually as well, which is fine. It's really not that hard. And once you do it a couple times, it becomes pretty easy. Hey, Nikki. Yeah, busted, right? Oh, is the chat actually coming up? So I think I figured out why the unified chat wasn't coming up on my stream. I think I figured that out. Well, I think the problem had to do with the fact that I had the unified chat opened on my computer in a second client. I think that's what was causing the issue. I think this sucker's gonna fly. I think this guy's ready to go, to be honest with you. Let's double check I'm not missing something here. It's got some gimbal control, a little bit of wingage, well over the necessary delta V to get into orbit, plus the satellites all sorts of hooked up and ready to go. I say we give her a try, shall we?
The viewer count's still not coming over from Mixer though, huh?
Yeah, Mixer's viewer count's totally bojangled. I can't fix it. It's not. I think it's a Streamlabs issue. I don't think it's a. Because like there's not a lot of Streamlabs settings. It's literally like you check the box in the widget. So it is what it is. Nothing you can do about that. So I launched a. Oh, I'll show you, Deck. I launched a. So last night, what happened was we finished our Minmus mission, and I get back.
I got off when you were sending up the nuclear power source.
Yes, finished that. We did a Minmus mission. Got that done. Came back, and I was like, man, I really want to send a probe out to Duna because it's going to take like something like 305 game days for the Duna mission. And so I was like, I don't want to wait for that. So I got the science I needed, installed the antenna I needed, and launched a Duna probe, which is on its way out there right now. I'll show you it.
That's pretty cool.
I'll show you that in a little bit here. All right. Probably just do this launch manually. I really don't need mech jab for this to occur properly. So other than maybe a couple of minor utilities in there. So let's see. Throttle over. Okay, I'll do smooth throttling. I'll do the staging. Fine. Oh man, nothing if not persistent. Nothing if not persistent. We probably don't need that much thrust for the start here. Let's see. 3, 2, 1, go. Apparently we do need that much thrust for this. Okay, okay, I got it. I got it. Turn that off.
uh,
Oh, Mamma
read your
mia.
chat yet?
Yeah, yeah, I saw it.
Oh, I missed your facial reaction.
I saw it. Rainbow Six. Apparently, Rainbow Six is amazing, and I love watching your face slowly turn into dismay as you read my messages. Hold on one second, guys. Hold on one second. All right, sorry about that. I'm back. Got a little minor distraction, but nothing we couldn't take care of. Okay, I reverted that pretty quickly, in fact, because I made a couple mistakes. So I'm going to try to fix those mistakes right now.
Oops.
Yeah, these reaction wheels are probably like about a million times too strong. So, in light of possible distractions that might occur again, I'm to gonna let MechJab do some of this so that I don't get distracted here again. Okay. See how MechJab does with this now. So basically, I severely limited the reaction wheels because they were just probably too big. I probably could have used a lot smaller ones, but you live and you learn. That's why I usually don't just rebuild my rockets from scratch, but I like rebuilding them. So this one moved a
Okay,
lot
what is
better.
this that you're sending up?
This satellite, the satellite that's in here, will scan for ore. We're going to be putting it in orbit around Mun, and the idea is to scan for ore so that way we can mine and generate fuel in space instead of constantly taking off from Kerbin. At least that's the goal. See how that all works out. Well, I'm not piloting it right now because I've done about a million launches. It does fly itself. Well, MechJab's doing a little bit of work here for me. Little computer guidance. You figure you can get these vessels out into space. You can land on Mun, land on Minmus, yet we don't have the computer technology to be able to do some stuff like Ascent. So I argue we do. I 100% agree. I am not very efficient with my takeoff um, at all. And I also, depending on the situation, like current time, like kid comes in, needs my attention, like, crashing the rocket due to that fact doesn't really work. So, but it's also helpful. Kind of gave me a sense of like areas that I need to improve on my rocket because these reaction wheels are probably about a million times too strong. So, stuff like that. Still won't use mech jab for landing though, because it's super unreliable. It gets really squirrely towards the end of the landing. I don't know if it's a mech jab thing, could be like a design thing, but I can land them without it. So yeah, while this is going up, so this probe all the way out here is my Duna probe. He is on his way out to Duna right now. Can't really see him unless I roll out enough. Duna probe 1. I was going to launch other probes to Eve and Moho and a couple other planets, but a transfer window that doesn't cause like 7,000 meters per second of change is like a year away, a game year away. So we'll do some more missions until we get a little closer to, I think it's like 2 years and 153 days or something like that. And then I can launch into that transfer window. Oh, doing. Jab, stop being a weird. Have to be perfect, mech jab. Oh, that would be the reason why. I accidentally clicked I actually accidentally turned on time warp, and mech jab was having a little bit of difficulty understanding why it couldn't actually bring the vessel around. Look how big this thing is. I was gonna play Elder Scrolls, but then I had already opened up Kerbal, and then it kind of just called to me. So I don't know. There we go. It's a little better. Wait, fussy. Wait, fussy. Not my most efficient rocket I've ever built, to say the least. What are you up to tonight, Deck? What do you want to work on?
Far Cry? I don't know.
You can do Far Cry? Absolutely.
I don't care. Whatever you want.
Okay, what? Use these, or if that's what you see. On. I'm gonna find the right balance here for the wheels to stop overshooting every single time. It may just be the straight sheer size of this thing. Maybe the reason why I should have RCS on, huh? Cry myself deck, you want to play Siege? Don't cry yourself to sleep, man. Forget it. I will take care of it. Moving to transfer node or circularizing node. Yeah, we're gonna turn off some utilities here, man. This ship was not mech jab approved, to say the least. Not mech jab approved. All right. Next, make a transfer. With next. Uh, and transfer. Create the node. Fine. Edit that node though, because it's not ideal. Edit it. Okay. We're going for distance 250. Roughly. Better. Let's see. Will now get us where we need to be. Be a million times better when we get rid of this lower stage and we're not so bulky. There. Ay. All right, whatever.
Wait, the Solo movie opens May 25th? Oh boy.
Yeah, it's right around the corner, man.
It sure is. New trailer released today, too.
Honestly, what I should do with this thing. This is what I should do. Should do. Of Should stop screwing around with the ship that can barely turn. And I should pick up the satellite that can actually turn and just get it done that way. I don't have to worry about it. So that's what we're going to do. Stop messing around with the monster vessel. Put us in a reasonable orbit using just what I actually need. Why am I going to bring the whole thing out there for no good reason? And I'll just leave that vessel up there and I can always scavenge it for parts later. Perfect. Now execute that node. Of course, it's going to be a 75-second burn time, but okay. Cut it early. Awesome. All right. To Mun we go. To Mun we go. To go. Whoa. Oh, I didn't realize it did that. Should have turned that thing the other way. Oh. Unfortunate. I kind of went the wrong way on this one. Ah, well. If I can go the other way. All right. Guy into orbit. Yeah, so it was like 5:30 in the morning. Man, it was ridiculous. It's super duper late. Between 100 and 200. Okay. I have to bring our orbit down here a little. Okay, so let's change our orbit to 5 code, X code. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Lost communications with the satellite, and now it won't stop until I The communication's back. Great. Awesome.
That's funny.
Yeah. Could have been worse. We'll be okay here. Forgot the back end, but I only have one satellite up here right now because I didn't bring another one up yet. Fortunately, didn't do much harm. Oh, I see. Okay. There's resources. Change to polar orbit. Yep, that's the next step, right? Uh, well, we're gonna change the action. Create the node here. Where it is. And nine, 7. Close. I'm sure that's taken. It's probably like what, 180 degrees. Oop, that was dumb. Or like 90 degrees. Oh, really? Where are you? Oh, probe. Better if I had more satellites up here. Oh, thank you. That node. Is that what it is? Yeah, that's what it is. 90 degrees. Cute next node. Ugh, I can't stand the fact that this slips into that. Should have checked it when I had it on the ground. High second. 95 by. mouse has got some weird overlay stuck on it. Export map to disk. Export disk. Stop telling me to export map to disk. There we go. Look at that niceness. Ooh. Ah. What? There's order? No way. There be order on mun. Hold on. Wait. Turn this off. I don't want to see this. All right. Awesome. Done. Shut down. Our work around mun is completed so far. Got polar orbit. Need another communication satellite. Actually, I might not need a new communication satellite at all now that I'm in the polar orbit, but I'm still going to put another one in. The next step is mining some ore. 5% though, that's all garbage. It doesn't really matter. The whole idea here is to build a vessel that could come out here, mine it. We can start putting, making fuel out in, right here in space. Right, that's the whole goal. Got some stuff here. I don't know. I've never done the actual mining portion of this game before, so I really don't know what that all is going to look like, but what the heck, right? Present to find out. All right. Go out to Space Center here. See what we got. See what's next on our list. I sent science back, didn't I? Oh wait, we have Minmus. That's right. Do you have a list of mods that you use? I do not have one yet. I can get one together and put it on my channels there, or even maybe have Barissimo actually the command for it. Let me see if I have an easy way of generating it. I do have an easy way of generating it. I just actually need to generate it. Oh, I have a CCAN favorites list.
Does each bot go in its own directory?
Does each what? Bot?
No,
Mod?
each mod go in its own directory?
Yeah, the game I use
Just print out the
CCAN.
directory.
I could do that. Oh, I use
And then
CCAN
just
here.
copy and paste it.
Hey Knight, do you use CCAN for your mod management? Nah. Perfect. Take a look and see what that looks like. That I exported it somewhere. Oh. Wait, what I was hoping for. That. It's all proprietary for KSP, for CCAN. Oh, but that works. Works. Yeah. All right, Knight. I linked a the CCAN file for the list of mods I currently have installed. You can either open it in a text document if you want to just see the mods without importing it into CCAN directly, or I think you can do an import from the .ccan file directly. So your call. Again, opening it like a text editor, like Notepad, Notepad++, anything that can just open like a regular Word document. I'll show you a list of all the installed mods that I have right now. And I've used CCAN for basically everything. I don't think there's a mod that I've installed that wasn't through CCAN. Might actually move that link out to my panel here and add a little KSP section. We'll see. Right, what are they doing with this? I have 300 science, but I don't think I really want to do anything with this science quite yet. No. Okay. Let's go out to Minmus, shall we? Because the ore satellite was just a placeholder, a little bit of time for while we got started here. Orbiting the sun with a maneuver in 25 days. Okay, command. Oh, didn't name that. Oh, this is ScanSat 1 final. ScanSat 1 around mud. Resource load. No idea what those resource loads give us, but we'll worry about that in a second. Let's go fly our command module around Minmus and do a landing. So we learned that we missed something on our landers here, this lander that we made. Forgot the automation portion of it. So it's okay. We got Valentina flying it right now, but we're gonna have to bring Bill out here and make some modifications. Oh yeah, and we were in super low orbit too. Here's what we're gonna do. Do some science real quick. Oh my god. Yeah, a little communication noise each time. Sure, I feel about it. Already sent. Oh, clipping, more clip. Oh well. Gotta work on that. To work on the placement of some of these science experiments, but not right now. How loud is that deck? Can you hear it right now? Do you have the sound on for the stream?
I have the sound off for the stream. I hear it though. I turned the stream, turned it back down.
Is it loud though? Like, is it like
No, it's not very
annoying?
loud.
Okay.
Nope.
It doesn't bother me, but one of those things with the same repetitive noise over and over again. Alright, thanks, Nikki. Nikki also said not too bad, so. 2 confirmed sources that it's okay. I have to reset this thing, if I'm not mistaken. Not the multispectral, but the Critical Science one. Which one is that? Is that this one? I can't even find it. We'll find it eventually. I'm guessing that this one doesn't work unless we're in orbit around the sun. Career mode? Yes, science career mode. Science career mode. That's what we're in. I'm gonna save those for the ground. That's how important those are. So, let's select this real quick. Any not all items could be collected. Oh, here we go, another one. Sounds like with dial-up modem. Yeah, Nikki, it does. Okay. I think we've done enough orbital science for now. Now I'll actually land on Minmus instead of just messing around here. So let's see. Don't need those sensors open anymore. These sensors, don't need those anymore. That anymore. Anymore. Ugh, the clipping. Clipping's unfortunate, but nothing I can do about it. Alright, we've got everything we need here. Let's transfer Bob. Perfect. Okay. Habitation look like? We're good. Habitation is running on this guy. We'll be okay. We have now we have to decide where we're going to land, right? The next step here. So take a look and see what we got. Okay. Three Sam, thanks for the follow on Twitch. I really appreciate it, man. It's one more closer to my 50. That's awesome. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. All right, landing guidance. Here we go. Pick a target on the map. I think we've already done Greater Flats. Not mistaken. Lowlands, Highlands. Land on. Oh. What do you think the chances are that I've got this like super duper awesome like altitude scan? Got a biome map. Lesser flats. Lesser flats. I don't think we've landed in the lesser flats. I'm gonna take a look at that real quick and see. Add up that all available science. Minmus lesser flats. We have this. Oh. Okay, what don't we have a surface sample from? How about that? Surface sample from slopes, poles, greater flats, flats. Slopes, poles, greater flats, flats. Slopes, poles, greater flats, flats. So those are the lesser flats. Oh, greater flats. Oh, perfect. Yes, right in our orbit. Hello, that's what we're talking about. Let's overlay off because it's super annoying. I need it right now. We're not going to use MechJab for landing, but we are going to use MechJab to assist us with some of our landing predictions. So we are going to undock this. Already command one. I like it. Okay, so it's gonna back that off, shut down that engine, radial out. We're just gonna hang tight here. He's done. Okay, next. Engine is on. You have more than enough delta V to do all the things we need to do. I fixed the solar panels on this thing too, Deck. So not quite as messed up as the last time you saw it. Our life support situation here. Probably fine. That's not scanning, that's not scanning. Okay, so next. We need to once again pick a map. We're going to Greater Plains. Right there. Right? Show landing predictions, and we're gonna, I seriously doubt if I hit the engines here. Huh. Yeah. Slow us down. Deal with that, that's fine. Okay. All right, stand by to hit the brakes. I'm gonna hit the brake. She's gonna fly right by. After I do this min-must landing deck and take back off and get back to Kerbal, we'll do a. How is it gonna slow down? Well, got this big old engine on the back here, so I just slowed her down. Good to go. I'm now on a descent trajectory here. Right now, its landing prediction is greater flats based on current maneuver. It says I have an impact time of 6 minutes and 30 seconds. So what we're going to do is we're going to warp about 3 minutes just to get us a little closer before we do our next slowdown maneuver. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay, enough with our orbital changes. Next will be surface. We have to get closer. So, impact time is in 3 minutes. Let's get us closer to the ground here. Two minutes and 30 seconds till impact. Still fast forwarding. Probably gonna fast forward to about 1:30. Maybe not 1:30. A little aggressive. Turn these lights on here. Power situation look like. Yeah, we're fine. Power's looking good. We're still targeting the greater flats, which is awesome. Now is it gonna slow down very abruptly? Says Solo. What's up, Solo? How you doing? Exactly. Yep. This is actually a spring-loaded engine, so when it hits the ground, it's actually going to bounce the vessel off, and then I kick the legs out and I shoot some struts down into the ground, and I'll hold it. It's yeah, it's trick landings, brought to you by KSP.
You better not crash now.
Ah, no pressure. Woot, levels, I know, right? This is my newest build, my newest lander, though I neglected to remember that the lander can doesn't have a remote guidance system built into it, so I have to actually bring Bill out here to do some Kerbal attachments. So I think I just overshot myself a little. We're all right. We're all right. I'm just gonna let this thing go here. Impact time, 100 seconds, and dropping. Still shooting for greater flats. Under a minute. All right, let's start slowing us down a little bit here. Oh, I did it. Did it again, Deck. Did it again.
What would you do?
Too much impulse, yeah.
Oh, you went up.
That's because I hit my landing gear, looked over at stream chat, and then I was like, wait a second, the engine's still on. That's the second time I did that. It's okay. It's all right. Not going to do it again.
Is it?
Not going to do it again. I might do it again. Oh, 11 Kerbal's dead. Ooh. Oh no. Okay. We're looking good now. We're on final approach here. 2,800 meters and falling. Speed's looking good. I don't think I can fast forward much at this point due to how close I am to the ground. Still on target for greater flats, man. No sun in the sky. It's going to be very interesting to see as I get close to the ground here. Do I have lights on the bottom? Got some lights on the bottom, but probably going to be flying this blind around here. Impact in roughly 30 seconds. Still slowing us down a little here. .100 meters, falling at 7 meters per second. 4 meters, 3 meters. .20 meters till touchdown. Touchdown. Absolutely no lights to see said touchdown, but touchdown nonetheless. There we go. We have landed in the middle of the night nonetheless. But we added a lot of extra juice to this guy to make sure that we weren't going to run into the issues we ran into previously. Nearly 8,100 in charge. We're doing all right. So now that we're down, shall we do some science? Shall. Science. Did I do science here already? No. Oh, because I was flying. Oh, I must have already done science here. That's a bummer. Looks like we are going to be making a launch and maneuver to another landing site. Yay. We have enough to do that? Sure do. Sure do. Knight, thanks for the follow on Twitch. I really appreciate it, brother. That's awesome. Now I need to take off and land somewhere else, apparently. Ay, 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 ay. Alright, well, let's do this seismic scan real quick. Because we can. Transfer this to seismic scan on this bad boy. Is it this guy? No. That guy? need to seismic scan. That's this guy up here. Data. Keep the data. I'd love to transfer it, but I don't think I can. All right, well, let's find a biome. I bet you this right here. Or if I could pull this off. This. I did Midlands already, though. I thought I had. Didn't do. Maybe I did Lowlands? Ay, ay, ay. The old brain. Not playing nicely today. Us Lowlands. Did Lowlands. In Mus Midlands. Aha, I did not do the Midlands, man. So close, yet so far away. Close to us here. Where are these Midlands? Slopes. Midlands. Looking for something like really like just super close that I don't have to like. I feel like that's pretty far away. 13 kilometers away. Not that that's any better. It's like, why don't I pick a spot that's even further away? Well, there's literally no point in these guys doing a science mission out here if science to be done. So, we're going to take off. We're going to go 90 degrees and try not to go too high and land over there. Piece of cake, right? Want to find out. We're going to find out.
Yeah, we will.
All right, let's do it. Let's do a low altitude translation here. Yes, this is why rovers exist, right? Yeah, I should have. No, such is life. Let's see. This off the ground tethered released. Okay. SAS to keep us stable. Engines are on. Down real quick. All right, SAS, stop fighting me. All right, what did that do to us? Perfect. Okay, that works. That works. We'll fix that up here. Fix that up here. It's like super. Well, Sam, I have a new bot that we've been working with, and it apparently gives levels to people as they chat. So I can't really tell you how it will ultimately work out because I've never really used it before. But I guess the goal is to incentivize people to chat, as Solo put it. Just like not the best I could have done. I feel like I just like shot myself straight up in the air and ultimately for no really good reason. Oh boy. All right, well, whatever. sense. Instead of going all the way up there. Get this like further out so I can play with it a little more. All right, let's execute that node. Oh, it's not so much spam. It's just chit-chatting, right? As who knows? We'll see what happens with these levels things. Let's bring these up real quick. Okay. Add a maneuver here. Brakes on our orbit, basically. Execute next node. Oh, look, a Fortnite emo. Yeah, I think that's because I have played Fortnite at least once or twice, and it's imagine you get those from having a Twitch Prime account, I think. Wow, look at that nice flat landing spot. This is where I should have landed originally, on what I was thinking. A lot better. This works much better for us. Retro. Okay. The brakes here. This will be our last maneuver node that we do. Everything else will be done manually. Because, you know, it wasn't enough of a pain in the rear end to land on Minmus once. Let's do it twice in the same mission. Let's make sure we land like as close to a mountain as possible, so that way, you know, really just keep us frosty. You know that that's where I'm gonna end up landing, right over there. But we'll find out. About a second here. I need these lights right now because we're on. Altitude is actually 5,600 meters and falling. We're gonna probably fall under 2,500 meters, stop time warping, kick on our... Oh, look at that slope. Oh, God. Gotta have a ground tether. Wanna hurt. So HOC stands for House of Crew. It's let's just say it's something that my friends and I had going on back a long time ago in a land far, far away. And ultimately, the main driver was the fact that I usually go by Wild Thing in a lot of the different games I play, but trying to get that name is like nearly impossible. So as I started going forward with games, I decided to add HOC to the front so that I could actually have Wild Thing as a handle, and yeah, just kind of stuck. So now we just when I started streaming, I figured might as well have House of Crew and just kind of work with that, seeing as it kind of brings back some nostalgia for me, and it seemingly has a interesting niche to it. Get everyone here to join the crew, so to speak. But ultimately, it's because I really wanted Wild Thing, and it was a lot easier to have it if I was using HOC in the front of the name of my name. Let's fall a little further before we hit our engines again. 500 meters, 550, 500. I couldn't have just let myself go a little further. Right. 400 meters falling. 100. 200 meters. 100 meters. Meters. 10 meters. Touchdown. Toggle ground tether before this thing goes all wonky on me. All right. All right. That's the second landing on Minmus in the same mission. But we did it for a very good reason. We did it for the science. Look at all of that science we can obtain from our landing location here. That's what I'm talking about. No, we don't need that. We're not transmitting any of this quite yet. Laser surface scan engaged. Temperature scan action. We're just gonna go through all of them. Oh, I missed the Force Science mod though. I tell you what, that thing was nice. The Force Science mod would run all of your science for you automatically, as long as you had all of the prerequisites, right? So like it would reset the experiments if you had the scientist to reset it. It'd collect the science into an experiment container if you had the science container. But the nice thing was that you didn't have to click on literally like over a dozen science mods here, like a lot of excess science mods. Shouldn't complain, but seismic scan. But yeah, some of these take forever to respond. Oh, atmosphere, that's right. Oh, we already did it in the greater flats. Alright, well, we're going to transmit that data. I didn't just blow up my power reserves in the process. No. We're going to transmit that because there's really no reason. The mod that enables you to activate all solar science gear, whatever, all y'all, huh? Okay, got my attention here. In-flight common action grouping. I gotcha. All right, I'm gonna take a look at that. Thanks, Solo, for that info. There we go. Now I got it. Oh, and last but certainly not least, Bob. Oh, yay! My ladders work. I don't have to jump off and then jump back on. All right, Bob. Woohoo! Run us again. Our surface sample. Take our EVA report. All right, we don't need a flag though. We've already planted 2 flags, so we're gonna get Bob back in here and make our way back to Command 1 so we can head back and use all of this great science that we just got. I think, if I'm not mistaken, we're gonna have to, oh well, we'll collect it first, then we'll set it. All right, we'll close those doors up. Doors up. Up. All right. Any other doors open? Yeah, I definitely need an action group where I can basically like close all of the doors for all of my science and do all of that type of stuff that I'm doing right now, right? Because it's like a lot of extra work for no good reason. All right. If I'm not mistaken, Command 1 target. Sure, it's probably just call it sent guidance action from Mech Jab here and launched rendezvous. 41 minutes. Do that. Don't need to stage to deploy auto. Just need you to rendezvous my target. Go. Ready? Go. And make it so. Deck, I want VR. I want VR and I want to play Bridge Commander from Star Trek Bridge Commander. That's what I want.
So then buy a VR headset. What do you want?
Expensive still. I mean, granted, the price has come down, but you know.
I can't help you with that.
I know. You're supposed to talk me out of it. You're supposed to be like, "No, it's a bad idea, bro. It's super expensive. Yada yada yada."
Well, it's useless for streaming unless
I know
can't
that's.
imagine you're gonna do it. So, go play another game without me and the stream. Bye.
No, I could stream with it. You would just watch me with this big goggles on.
It would look so stupid.
It would look stupid. I'm not gonna do it. And then like the headphone situation, what in the frack just happened there?
It has headphones built into it. You just wouldn't be able to be on chat. We'd have to be just stream chat. Your stream microphone.
Is for reals, Mech Jab? Jab, this is why we struggle. And this is why I struggle with you, bro. Fine, whatever. We'll just do this. We're gonna do this manually. Prograde real quick. Get our parry to be not completely ridiculous. Oh, Mech Jab, you let me down again, brother. Fine. Next. Some maneuvers it does well. Some I probably could have done. It could have been my own fault on that one. We'll see. create the node to match the planes real quick. Execute that node. Not gonna crash, are we? No, crash. Okay. I gotta check our Duna probe though. Solo, the Duna probe is now in orbit of the sun and got us like 300 science for that particular thing. And I've got a maneuver. It was like 22 days when I landed on this planet that to fix its Duna entry because it got a little cocked when I might have accidentally hit the thrusters by accident.
Good job.
This is why I turn the engines off. You ever wonder? You never notice? Like I do my best to remember to turn engines off because I will, like if I like hit Shift Tab to go into Steam's interface, or if I'm like Alt tabbing, like I sometimes hit the engines because I'm not paying attention. And sure enough, that's what I did. And I'm like, why do I hear engine sound? I'm like, oh God, they were on, and it was such a small amount, but it was enough that it will completely take me off course. Yeah. Yep. And I know better, and I always know better, and I always find myself, I'm like, oh, let me go, someone messaged me in Steam, Shift Tab, and I'm like, no, no, bad, don't do that, but can't help myself. Literally cannot help myself. Oh, there's our Minmus first landing site. There's a flag for it. We're behind it, aren't we? Will we catch up? We'll catch up. Nope. Here real quick, see what happens. And I keep thinking about disabling Steam's overlay for that very reason, because I can't, for some reason, cannot help myself. So I'm gonna fall behind if I go any higher. So what I need to do, I need to we're gonna catch up to the target. That's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna catch up to the target instead of keep slowing down from the target, because the orbit was a little off, probably due to the fact that my ascent guidance was... I didn't do well. I should have just gotten into orbit is what I should have done, and just dealt with it from there, because it really wasn't that much delta V to make any of the changes I was making. Okay, add the maneuver here, and what we're gonna do is we're just gonna... slow us down slightly. Catch up. There. Look at that. That is pretty much exactly what we want. And we may be able to tweak it a smidge, I think. .2? That's probably more than enough. Okay, execute that node. All right, here we go. We're like racing behind it. We're like, wait for us, guys. Stop running away from your feelings. You want to try that wingsuit again there, Deck, tonight? I mean, I don't. I mean, we should do it. It's absolutely 100% what we need to do. You know what? You said it the other night. We'll crush it like on the first attempt. I hope. Knowing my luck, I won't get the wingsuit open. We're almost done. We're about to match velocities with target, and we will be the best. I fine-tune my approach. Like, I am falling behind ever so slightly with this. I'm sure that's going to be fine. I wingsuited into a crow in flight, insta death. What are the crows made out of? You know, I was wondering that when we were wingsuiting the other night, and I mean we were not doing great. We were doing the Clutch Nixon quest and just struggling with it. And at one point, I had flown by, I you know, a crow or an eagle, and I was like, man, I wonder if I hit that in mid-flight, what would happen? Thank you for letting me know that you will die. You hear that, Deck? Wingsuits, crows, bad luck, bad news. He heard it. He probably has his mic muted. It happens.
What's that?
Did you hear? You hit a bird.
Oh, yeah.
If you hit a bird while wingsuiting, we will die.
I heard.
That anymore. Not that anymore. Are we really doing this all in the dark? No, we're not doing this all in the dark. Yeah, we are doing it all in the dark. Ugh. You can't hear him? He's too quiet? Hold on. I know why. It's not Deck. I don't think it's Deck.
Oh.
I think it's my volume mixer. I think I have to bring up no, TeamSpeak's really loud. Yep.
You like me just whispering in your ear? Is that all it is?
Stop. I think it's because it's coming over the same sound as the game sound, if I'm not mistaken. I bet you that's what it is. I'll have to work on that. Where are we? Deck's always quiet on stream. There it is.
Not when we're playing like Far Cry 5, but it's, you know, it's getting late already.
Man, dude, a little picky. It's 10:30 at night. Sorry I'm keeping you up. Bring this to target. Right here. Oh, we're basically there now, so we're gonna start making our move forward. I'll have to work on the audio inputs. That's what I have to do. I have to have your audio come over either a different channel entirely for chat, which I think I can do. I think I can do that. Not tonight.
Oh, so people don't even hear me.
I think they can hear you. The problem is you come over with the game sound. You don't come over with the with my mic sound. So my mic sounds substantially louder. But I think they can hear you. I think it just depends on when you're speaking and how loud you're speaking. Like right now, you're not really, you know, so you're not talking a lot. So
I'm not talking at all.
You know what? We switch between TeamSpeak and Discord. TeamSpeak has just been there for us for like ever and a day. So just
I mean, for years now.
yeah, like we've just had it for a really, really long time. That's the reason why we still use TeamSpeak. It's just easier. It's a convenience thing. Oh, okay.
Yeah, TeamSpeak is a location where we have a handful of people that know the, connect and to chat with. We'd lose some people in the change.
There. How about that, Nikki? I boosted his volume a little on my side. I know it's not an issue with deck speaking. It's an issue with my overlay. Oh, I know TeamSpeak is a dinosaur. I used it myself for years. Yeah, I will say, Discord has definitely grown on me. It has some pretty nice features to it. Here, target, target. That's not it. There you are. Jeez Louise. Ah, already lined up? Yes. I don't think Discord will be better. I think the fact that I raised Dex volume on my side will help the situation, but ultimately I need to output my chat. I need to output my chat to a different interface, and then use that interface to output to the stream itself. Because right now my chat outputs over the same audio output as my game volume, and so I try to keep my game volume low so that it doesn't overpower my speaking. But I have to fix the chat side of it too. So fortunately, though, I think I can do that pretty straightforward. I just have to change. Basically, I have to tell my stream to listen to my headphones versus my PC output, and then output like TeamSpeak and Discord to my headphones instead of to where I output them now, which is the same as the game sound. But I'm not. We'll see if I get that done. If I do that while we load up Far Cry or not. Right. There we go. Docking is done. Start by collecting all of our science. Oof. Pro docking. I just lucked out that this maneuver ended up with me going in a nearly like straight on path. Sometimes I don't know, man. Sometimes I don't do it quite as well. But I've been really, really intentionally working on not using mech jab for any of my maneuvers, so that way I could just get more practice with it. Because previously I've played through and I would let mech jab do all of my rendezvous, all of my reconnaissance stuff and docking. I didn't do any of it. The problem is like the minute you don't have mech jab, you're like, oh, I can't do docking. So I've just been really working really, really hard to keep it. And I think the big thing is like having your RCS thrusters evenly distributed across the vessel, so that way when you do your translations, you're translating the entire vessel and not just a portion of the vessel. I'm gonna play bumper cars at least once. Okay, so we're good there. We're gonna close that. Bob, you can EVA. Let's see, Bob. Maybe we could do this real quick. Can you reset this? You can restore that. Nice. Restore this. Again. Now, is there another one that Bob has to restore? I don't recall. I feel like there is. I don't remember if it was this one, that one. Solar one, maybe. We're not going to deal with that right now, though. I'm not going to lie to you. You have a single KSP install that you play on, this modded install? Yep, I do. I'm a little weird. I uninstalled games when I stopped playing them. Well, that was back in the day. So, um, this is now the only install I have, or the only save that I have for Kerbal right now. But I do want to consider two things. One, I want to look at potentially playing a Kerbal that includes funds to add a little bit more difficulty to the game. Um, but I also want to kind of get used to, I want to play with some more of the end game stuff that we have, like the Kerbal colonization, which I have never really built a base, which is why I was scanning for 4 on Mun. So I think once I max out the science on this playthrough, I'll try to see what I can do as far as like, a Mun base and some ore and stuff like that. And then we'll see what we do from there. I ask because I have there's going update to KSP sometime in the coming weeks. The mods are likely. Yeah, yeah. So what will happen is the last time when 142 came out, I actually didn't play Kerbal for a day or two. I waited for some mods to get fixed. So yeah, worst case scenario is this, is that if it breaks it and we have to start over from scratch, it's not ideal. But, now that this isn't like, won't be the first playthrough, there'll be a lot of shortcuts that we could take to get there up a little quicker. Not like hacking, and just meaning like there's going to be less of a learning curve this time. Yeah, I actually back up my game folder to my OneDrive, and keep a copy of it that way. So that way, just in case. So anytime like Kerbal, if Kerbal does do an update, I'll make a copy of the save folder and before I do anything. But at the same time, what I'll do too is like I'll load up like a sandbox mode and I'll copy in all of my ships and I'll to test the plugins. And so I'll load the ships up and I'll say, okay, I had this satellite, so let's load this. Does it load? Are there any parts missing? Do those parts function properly? So I do a little bit of like testing in Sandbox to see if it will do what I need it to do. But yeah, because you know what? That update comes out and that one key mod that keeps it all together isn't working, and then all of a sudden it's like you load in your game and it's like all of your vessels are destroyed, and you're like, no, why was I so lazy? All right, Valentina, it's your turn, sister. Though I'm not gonna lie, can I control from here and fill out? Yes, can. This vessel is not going to be flyable the minute Valentina gets out because forgot some of our automated stuff. So shut down the lights. Transfer Valentina. And bring her over to the vessel. Okay, there. Station is on. What about fuel? Goals I need to do here. Let's see. Shut down this engine. Answer real quick. Their situation on this guy. More than enough by about 1,000,000 fold. So. No, don't need any electric. RCS. Oh, this command pod's RCS is shot ski. I don't really need RCS anymore, so I'm actually going to just dump all of this RCS out. Oh, come on. Seriously? That's fine. That works. Rocket fuel. In. Nice. Perfect. So we've filled that back up. Supplies. That, no. In. That back up. So we filled up the rocket fuel on the lander, filled up its supplies. We have filled up its RCS. It's rocked and rolled. It's ready to go. There's nothing else I need to do on this lander. Oh! Are out of here, lander. So wait, what's this guy called? This is Minmus Lander 2. here. I'll turn on FSAS for a second. What you get when you don't have RCS. Oh god, don't do that. Get away from me. Get away from my ship. God, let's see how bad I made that. Alright, not ideal, but it'll be fine. It's not gonna go crashing into the planet anytime soon, so. Had to tap it a little tap in action. Alright, here we go. Back to Kerbin, right? Yeah, this guy's all the way up there. Min must lander 1, min must lander 2. Okay, mech jab, let's do a maneuver. And turn from a moon, please. Create that node. What does that look like? Seriously? You're gonna have me hit Mun in the process? Alright, let's execute it then. We'll figure it out. I'm sure it'll be fine. Maybe Mun will slow us down. I wonder. Oh, made me nervous for a second. Like facing straight down, I'm like, oh, please don't kick this off the wrong way, mech jab. Mech jab's like your built-in little like mission failure type system where it's like something will randomly fail and it will most likely be mech jab in some maneuver you weren't expecting. You're like, okay, time to solve it. Keeps you on your feet. Okay. And must escape. Hours. Up still. Okay, here we go. What does that look like? Oh, alright, well. That'd be a curious attempt, to say the least. But before we do that, we need to go to the tracking center because I have to check the Dunham probe to see how far away the Dunham probe's maneuver is. Because we've been up here for a little while and I don't recall, and we've done a decent amount of time warping as well. And I don't want to lose the Duna probe's maneuver here. So let's see, where is the Duna probe maneuver? Got 22 days for its maneuver. Oh, that's fine. Got nothing to worry about. All right, so let's go to man 1. Let's get this back to Kerbin here. All right, so just wonder if it's really necessary to hit Mun. Can we hit Mun in a way that doesn't make our... Oh, well, that will crash us. Puts us at 52, huh? Alright, well, let's make edit here for us. Seven, huh? 87. 106. 4. Okay, let's execute that node. So that was 5 days off of our 22 days. 17 days left until the Duna probe needs to make a maneuver. 17 days. Days. Seventeen days, that was 8. It's 14 days. Okay. Double check I'm not doing math wrong. My tracking center here. Don't crash KSP. Now and again it gets a little squirrely here. Okay, 14 days left. And let's execute this node and slow us down. All right, we're hitting the brakes. A lot of science on this bad boy. He's like 28 experiments or something like that. I'm hoping for a huge science haul on this one. Nice. Ah. Okay, awesome. So Here. How to maneuver to orbit ourselves. Execute next node and we're done. I do love the clouds. I really, really do. It's a really good addition. It's one of those things where it's like, if they do come out with like a KSP 2.0 or something like that, I do hope that they offer some more graphic options. Not to say like they're built in, like you can't turn them off, but like give some options. Like if you have a higher end graphics card, like you should be able to like add some of these things on and let your machine do the work, right? Like, and I don't mind installing the mods, but as you just pointed out in chat, Solo, it's like if they release an update, it's like how many mods are going to break, you know? And they clearly seem to have the big vision of like they're going to do what they want, and sometimes the mods they don't necessarily care about, but like these mods are what a lot of people, you know, like if it's playing stock KSP, eventually get to a point where you're just like a little boring. Okay, into that flight. I don't. That. Right. We'll detach the lower section. We'll start our entry into the atmosphere. I really wish, and I'll have it soon enough, a couple more science things, but like I do want to work on a reusable vessel that can leave Kerbin, dock at the space station, and then return to Kerbin without actually ejecting parts like we've been ejecting. That's kind of my long-term mission here. I saw a couple of videos of some different vessels out there that definitely were obviously better than the whole traditional approach here of like launch, detach, crash into the planet, right? So definitely like I was looking at some of the Kerbal colonization videos, and you know it definitely was like you need to have those reusable vessels when you start talking about like landing on Duna and coming up from Duna and building a base on Duna. It can't be like I'm gonna launch like 13 vessels from Kerbin and hope they all make it out there and do all of my maneuvers that way. So you know, and then that's why I was also thinking like depending on how this goes, like if I go full career mode, then funds become a real factor, right? Like you just can't keep burning up your like $250,000 credit or whatever you're calling it vessels every time you decide to like take off, because guess what, that's expensive and not really sustainable. So we'll see what that looks like though. I know it is, and it's like I mean, I think it can be done. I don't know to what extent, but like that's the whole reason why I'm looking at like ore on Mun. If I can put fuel up in space, that'll be good. I know that we can build vessels in space as well, like through like the hangar mod and and construction. So I think it can be done. If I can get a space plane off of Kerbin, docked at the space station, and back down to Kerbin, then that would be a pretty good first start. Just another cloudy day on Kerbin. as I use way too many parachutes. But I don't care. Because it works. I don't have to. I'm using FMRS and stage recovery to get funds back from stage drops. Yeah, I think I've used stage recovery before. When I was playing on the career mode that had funds, but it's good, right? It's like if you can get your stages recoverable, then it's very NASA-esque, right? It's like it's not like the solid rocket boosters they were using. They were just like throwaways. No, let's go get them, like reuse them, to a certain extent. So I think that is maybe my next playthrough of KSP may have more funds associated with it, just for the sheer fact of adding that level of complexity to it. So, but we'll see. Right now I'm having fun with science mode. A little bit of flexibility as far as what we're doing here, so we're not quite as constrained. Oh, really? Dropping science bombs. Okay, we're here. We landed. Yay. I have not. I have not. Are those the ones like you crash on the planet to get science, or what do you mean by science bombs? And let's see what our science hall is here. Survey says 766 science with all the science we transmitted back. That gives us 1,200 science. That's nice. Oh, well, that makes sense. Yeah, no, I have not. Usually I've just landed my vessels and did the science that came back. But then I was thinking like rovers as an example. I think the science. I mean, science bomb's not a bad idea. I guess that makes sense. Definitely, because like if you can get the science done, and then like if you have a way of recovering it, or if like you have a rover that you designed to specifically go out and pick science up, right? That'd be pretty cool. It's a pretty cool thing to try if you never did. I may give it a try. Yeah. All right. So I've brought us out to the Duna 1 probe. She has a maneuver that needs to be done in 14 days to keep us on track for Duna. Yeah, keep us on track for Duna. We're going to do another maneuver later as we get closer to Duna. Maybe not necessarily as we get closer to Duna, but we're going to do this maneuver, and we're actually going to do it right now because it's only 14 days, and if I'm not mistaken, the kid Jebediah's got no problems. Ugh. Yes, the cute pun joke. Oh, maybe I didn't activate the engine. Welcome to the chat. All right, let's see what we have here. Did I fix my Duna approach? I did fix my Duna approach. Yay. Still not great though. The Duna encounter, it's going to leave me at like 2.9 million. Let's see if I can make a new maneuver here. Add a maneuver here. Probably going to have to do. I think this is a much bigger, more pronounced maneuver until I figure out 9, 7. Oh, definitely not that. Oh, not that either. I think I'm just gonna leave it alone. To be honest with you. Oh, you have a good one, huh? I can only imagine. All right, so the Duna probe is now on its way to Duna. It is 309 days away. I should mess with it. I don't think I should mess with it. I think I should just let this thing get to Duna like it's supposed to. And then we could deal with fixing its orbit there. It's not like we don't have a ton of Delta V to work with, and we'll be able to make the change even remotely. We'll have communications there. So we're going to leave it for a little while. We'll let that thing fly off, get closer to Duna before we start making any more modifications. We just don't need to make any changes right now. So, let's see. Anything else we need to do here? Oh, that guy I left up there. Landers are there. Take a look at science real quick, and probably call it an evening on the Kerbal side of things. See if Deck is still awake and interested in playing Far Cry.
What?
There he is. There he is.
What?
Huh? Hello? I was sleeping. Housekeeping. Heavy landing. Not yet. Advanced motors. Better rover. Experimental science. Ah. No. Large probe. Specialized electronics. It is 309 days until it arrives at Duna. What we probably will do is up maybe tomorrow. In fact, I don't know. I may go pick up Jebediah out of the space station and bring him back down to Kerbin, and then fast forward to get it a little closer. Because I mean, from a science standpoint, we're pretty darn close to what we need. You think Deck was louder now, but hard to say because it's the first time he spoke since I made the change. I'm sure in a second you'll hear him. We're
If
gonna
we play a video game, maybe I'll talk. I mean, other than that, you know.
see. Now you're just getting them all fussy here. Ion would be cool. This would make life a little easier. Don't need that quite yet. For that matter. Still very quiet. Yeah, I know. I'm not sure how to fix your volume in the TeamSpeak without making your volume super duper loud and intolerable for me to listen to. I'm gonna have to look into this. I'm gonna have to look into this TeamSpeak volume issue because I know what the problem is. Unless of course I reduce my audio volume a little. Or Kerbal down. quick. I can make some quick adjustments here. That. All right. Now, yes, we're gonna get into Far Cry right now, and we'll play around a little more with this, I think.
What? Far Cry?
Yes, 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 Far Cry.
What? Whoa. Do I have to actually pay attention now? Holy crap.
You do, you do. I actually turned my chat volume down a little and all of the game volumes down a little to hopefully compensate for what
Loading
we're
Far Cry.
aiming at me now. All right, so let's close out a Kerbal Space Program. Thank you everyone for stopping out on the Kerbal side and all of the new follows. That was super awesome. By all means, hang out if you'd like to butts around a little bit of Far Cry.
Oh, we're in the 40s now? Alright.
Yeah, yeah. Things have we spent a lot of time last night playing Kerbal. It was